with links too, because he's getting overwhelmed, and there's pretty much there's artists that like are coming into the studio but not I guess producing. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, they just chilling.
yeah,
They're using you to farm their fucking money, K.
All right.
Do you believe that?
So Hutch is gonna be my unfilter, okay? So I'm gonna be political.
They farming receipts in this bitch, man.
It's unfiltered.
So I was telling him like one thing when Pablo was here, he was like, "Yo, there's got to be a song a month type shit, because we got producers, we got engineers that can help out these artists that need help. They can't just, you know what I mean?" And fuck, Hutch delivered 3 songs in 1 week. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in that sense, there shouldn't be no excuse. So I said, like, if I get, even P was saying he wants me to be more in an executive position, because, I'm like, producing for artists, writing for artists, putting artists on these records.
This motherfucker deserves a bump up, K. You've been doing a lot, that's all.
But other than that, K, you're a busy man. Like, you're a fucking mobster, right? But also, I know how this label shit works. Like, people got to put in this work. It's a privilege to even be signed to Wu-Chang, and I don't want it to be, in a sense, taken for granted, because then it will be taken away from all the artists that put in work in the label, if that makes sense, right? Because Harry was saying some people can't even clock in because it's full. Right, so if we have
do we know who's clocking in and just collecting receipts and not actually doing shit?
Harry says he's got people, he's been watching, but if you have someone like me, I'm saying, I'm overlooking, I could fire motherfuckers, I could hire because I feel like even if people show us their demo and we like it, it should be like, okay, we're gonna hook you up with our producers, we're gonna hook you up with our engineers, I want you to produce a song within a week. And then we come back to it, and then if they can do that, they're showing us their work effort, and then they could be signed to the label. You know what I'm saying? So So we're more we're more acting on performance. That was the first thing. The second thing is, Links comes from a radio background, so we want to produce, and let's just keep it real. When you get in the car, people are turning off the radio, right? There's nothing wrong with that, but we want to make a top kind of top 50, top 60 mix show radio, where we can also weed in advertisers, people who want to advertise their store, like Maldini's, pizza, blah blah blah. But if people are turning off the radio, how do we do that, right? So Hutch came up with the idea of saying, the first launch will be giving away $1 million and maybe free month rental for H&O. You get what I'm saying? And, and then we'll have the top 50 songs in playing, and then we'll have like a gossip show. Like he was saying, you guys used to do that back in the day with like Rami and
so you want to incorporate some talk shows and shit?
Talk shows. Hey, what's going on? Maybe a weekly show. What's the drama? If there's some diss tracks going on, we bring up the artist. So, for instance, Hutch wants to release his EP. He comes up. We do an interview with him. It gets released on Friday. He talks about his project. He gets his songs playing. So, when we're not in the city, people are still knowing what's going on in the city, right? And that's something we can put together. And now we can also bring in advertisements and make them pay for 100K, 200K slots, where, you got a new storefront that's open. You'll get that on, if that makes sense,
Because we're treating it ideally as commercial radio, right? And what makes commercial radio pop is people buying the commercials for the station to generate that business, right? And I know it seems like a lot of moving factors with a lot of things that we're discussing here, but the plus side about making this happen is that I have that programming background. Right, so exactly how to format everything else, from Hutch talking about incentives, Zolo, mentioning about the podcast bits, about the gossip bits, or and also Zolo, you want to tell them about the example about the freestyle, about the fire in the booth?
So we'll have fire in the booth. So let's a popping artist in the city is like Sparky, right? So we'll have a beat, and then Sparky comes up and he freestyles on the radio. Oh shit, DJ Links pulls it up. You know the vibes, bro. Shit like that, that where people...
Okay, remember what you did back in the day on the radio? Way back in the day. Remember that shit?
Yeah, when I
We had-
jumped on the talk show.
Everybody jumped on the radio in the entire city, and you were like fucking saying how Vinny murdered people and Rami was cheating on this person and Vinny was cheating on us. That kind of shit, bro. To make the city actually listen
exactly
again.
What you guys are talking about.
Yeah, so
do,
I told him you did this
promos
shit
and-
years ago, bro.
so we wanted to call it Wu Chang Radio, but P brought up a good idea where he said you don't want to make it seem like it's just for Wu Chang, so we're gonna it's the whole city.
everybody.
Independent artist gets the look. So you got a hot song, you like it, the city likes it, we're gonna play it. You know what I mean? And we'll call it like hot, whatever, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then also, you know, we can introduce like the pods or, just little cool shit that's happening. And you know, obviously we're gonna do a demo reel, so you know we're gonna present that so you guys can see. But that's kind of like what we want to do and how we want to push, because we really want to like. I just want Wu Chang to be the culture of the city, you know, like, yo, when you see us, it's Wu Chang, like this is it, you know. And I feel like it's getting, I feel like it's getting lost in the sauce. And like, you know, it's like, it's, you know,
potential to unlock. I understand what you're saying.
100%.
Thank you.
And just to say, so just sorry if I could just add something. Zolo, remember that spot I just showed you right now in your zona?
Yeah.
So since we're, you know, want to do this radio station as a universal, like for everybody in the city, that would be a great spot. There's a radio station that I just like drove by the other day there.
I think we can probably get
It's
it
called-
in the building though, because
I think no, but do you think it might be an issue? Let's just say some artists that we feature, like say on the Freestyle Friday or whatever, like the Fire in the Booth or whatever we decide to call it. Because let's say if they have, for some reason, have no love for Wu Chang, but they have love for the radio station, right? This is for other people, that like other artists that are not signed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So give a universal spot for people to come to, and just in case if they're like got whatever bad blood towards Wu Chang. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to think from a.
There's an actual radio building up in Sandy called Rebel
There-
Radio.
There's a radio
Really?
station right across the jewelry store.
Yeah, I think
Really?
it's
Where
go.
the dojo is?
We should pass some legislation or some shit that forces every radio in the car to listen to our radio. While it's on.
Yo, listen to this though, Francis. What do you think about having portable radios?
I mean,
I think there
we
is.
kind of already do in the way. Yeah, I think we can.
Yeah,
do that.
like what if, like, for example, you could go to Maldini's, right? Kay could install a fucking portable radio, like right there on the counter or whatever. They can turn off and turn on.
Out.
Yeah, exactly. So, and it would play just
They have
like,
personal ones you can carry, Hutch.
well, but even then, like, how cool would it be to walk into Maldini's, right? Go to get pizza, and then you can hear the radio in Maldini's playing. They can turn up down the volume in there, shit like that, to really force people to hear the music and listen to music. Then they're like, oh, that song's good. What song is that? And then boom. Oh.
And we also want to push, like, you know, quality over quantity, you know, for this radio station, you know, because like I said, like, you know, a lot of people I talk to, they just get in the car, and if they don't hear the song they like, they turn that shit off right away. So our main objective is like, how do we keep these people? And Hutch brought up a good idea where money keeps people, and then all the rest kind of falls in place, like, you know, the top 50 songs that, you know, because maybe a lot of artists that are really good are getting overlooked because they're getting their radio turned off, you know.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with this.
Yeah.
And you know, as far as like, you know, the label wise too, man, like,
So would these be pre-recorded shows or? would
Yo,
you
one
guys be
second,
doing them
Charles. Let me
live?
play back.
It would have to be pre-recorded, but I mean, we could definitely we can bang them out. The question is, how much do we start off with? Like, is it on a weekly basis? Are we gonna be, you know, or do we start off as like every Friday we
Why
drop
do
a
it
new?
pre-recorded though, bro? Why not just do like 2 hours, once a week or something?
Is
Did
it
it
able
just
to
take
be
some of the
live on the
radio
radio,
channel?
Franny?
There'd be a
Yeah.
way to do it, surely, bro.
Yeah,
Easy.
yeah, we could do that, but it's also
to do a live. Sorry, to do a live.
Yeah, don't see why it wouldn't be possible.
Hell yeah, okay, yeah, we can definitely make that work, Zolo. Hell yeah.
no, for sure, and not, but also want it to be played for, like, you know, next storm too, right? So like, you know,
So maybe you do it live, and then once, record that as well, and then once it's done live, it could just.
Oh, fuck
guess-
all the time zones. They're all shit. Fuck you, bro.
Maybe it can loop until the next show or something.
Yeah, some shit.
yeah.
But just to get the ball rolling, and then, you know, we have different departments, you know, like You know, you know what I mean? Like there might be where an all-girl talk show that comes on for an hour and they want that spot, you know what I mean? And then okay, cool. But you know, it will generate money for the label because now all the people that have stores now that want premium advertisement, you know, you pay 100K, 200K a slot, bro. You know, and once we got more eyes on us, then the price goes up. It might be $1 million a spot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And obviously, we can hire on staff like a couple of salespeople to get the, you know, to sell the commercials. Obviously, they get a commission on top of that too. So it could definitely work.
What do we want to do against about this receipt bullshit, Kay?
Yeah. So, okay, what's going on with the receipts? You're saying people are just clocking in and then doing nothing?
Listen, man. I don't know that Harry mentioned it and was saying because you know when sometimes I wake up, I clock in and you know I do my thing before you know I really like stretch and shit. You know, there's he's saying there's a lot of heads in the studio and some other people can't clock in because there's this head sitting there. And he's been watching, but I think we should have a quota as a record label. We should have a quota of production. We need production. We need people producing. You can't just sign to Wu-Tang and then you haven't put out a song in 6 months.
Yeah, what do you?
I wasn't even in the city and I was putting out records, K.
Like people are coming in here.
Once a month is
People are
reasonable.
coming in here consistently. They're always checking in, but they're not releasing any new songs. So why the fuck are they sitting here checking in?
Yeah.
With the amount of people we have on a label with as far as engineers and producers, bro, like there's like the guy Nico, he helps everybody. Ryan King, like these guys all help people, man. So there's no like you don't even need a setup. You just need a microphone and you give it to these guys and then even me, like, you know, like I do wonders, but I think there's gotta be a quota and a standard even becoming a signee on Wu-Tang where it's once a month we need a song.
Oh my god, you're so fucking fat talker.
Or and maybe also see if we can maybe you could see the times, K, of like how much, like can't you see like if you look at the times of like how much an artist worked for the week, and like if you're seeing 40 hours, 30 hours,
times?
yeah, like how much, like, you know,
I don't know if I'm able to see that. Let me see.
After you check that, I'm going to give you guys the idea I shared with Zolo about to kind of help things with management as far as making sure that the artists do, you know, produce what they got to do. So because I know Harry sometimes can be stretched thin. Like he's always hands on. He's amazing at what he does. You know, obviously, Kay, you're busy, you know, doing your thing and whatnot. So, you know, I was going to suggest to Harry, and I just said it to Zolo after me and Harry and Zolo had our meeting. I said, look, why not have management kind of, you know, have like a certain amount of artists that they look after under their belt. You know what I mean? Like, so if you got like 5 managers, and how many artists does the label have? You said it's all like about 50?
I think so.
So say the one manager is taking care of just keeping an eye out on the 5 to 10 artists, and the other manager is doing the same thing, just so it's not spread out all on, like, it's just so it helps Harry out too at the end of the day, and obviously the label, right? And I think that would be more productive too, no?
Words, what's up? What's up, brother?
100%. So I don't think I can actually see people's clocking times, but maybe we'll just start making a thing for management to go around and you see people in, you just see what the fuck they're doing. And if they're
What's your
clocked in,
current
not
roles,
doing
though?
shit, just tell them to clock the fuck out so other people can clock in.
Check. K bumped me up. Where am I at? Okay, you got to give me the executive role, man.
Let me see.
I'm a top artist right now. That's what it is. Ooh, I got an A+. Also, K2. Remember I told you I kind of want to another thing, because I have you here. The sister label, right? Remember I mentioned that to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I my goal is to like have a sister label under Wu-Tang, you know, like Just Us Records, and sign 3 artists, 3 quality artists, and produce, vocal coach, Well, I handle production, writing, everything, because I've you know I have a big team in my head, and the fuck out of them, and now like top quality, and we have a certain sound, but I just need like the cosign from you, and you know I know other people have tried it, but like I'm serious about it, man. Like I want.
Yeah, we could definitely do the sister label. I always been kind of pushing people to do that, create their own little sub labels and shit like that.
Yeah, because Wu Chang's like the universal, you know, the universal.
Yeah,
You know, they have the pop section, everything, and then I'm like the OVO label, the XO label coming out of Universal, you know. So there's I want a certain sound to the artist that I sign. And you know,
100%. I'll back that up, no problem. We can help you with the paperwork, everything.
all right, sounds good, sounds good. And yeah, like we've got this the you know the EP coming with Hutch. I've got 3 songs coming with April. I got 2 more with Randy right now. So like it's gonna be fun times, you know. I got stuff with Ryan King coming. I've got 14 songs coming in total.
Been working, okay.
Yeah. So I might do weekly release like Zolo Wednesdays, and then just
that'd be a good idea.
yeah, just every Wednesday we just drop a song. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, and I got the song you heard with Claire. That's finished now, but yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that one, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know about that.
You can smell her breath through the music, you know?
Yeah, bro. I was getting nauseous.
All right, well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just want to talk about, but yeah, appreciate the blessings, and yeah, we really want to just